All right, good evening, everybody. I'm coming to you live from Cascade Locks, Oregon. I just hiked in today across Bridge of the Gods. I've stayed the last 2 nights in Stevenson, Washington. Hopefully everybody can hear me. It's pretty windy. If you can't hear me, let me know in the chat. So I'm not sure how long I'm gonna talk. I'll just see how many questions are coming through. And when it starts to die down a little bit, I'll make my special announcement about the future. And okay, good. Audio is clear. That's good to know. I've been walking around this island here. I'm sitting on Thunder Island in the middle of the Columbia River. And I was worried about the audio for a little bit, but that's good to hear that it's doing well. The weather's nice today, finally, now that we're done hiking in Washington. I can see Smiles is watching my live video from somewhere around town. So exciting. So she is also going to be going live at 6 o'clock, so in about an hour. We're trying to spread it out a little bit so that, just so that people that follow both of us will be able to watch both of our live streams. And I know she's got a lot planned to show you guys. So yeah, if you're watching, leave a comment. I'm curious to see who's watching, if you don't have any questions. And if you don't have any questions, I'll get up and I'll show you around the island. I can do that anyway. All right. So I'll give you a little information on how many miles we have left and everything. We've got about 927 miles left before finishing the trail. Hoping to do that in just over a month, probably about 5 weeks or so. Let's see. I just got a question about PCT days. I don't think I'm going to be able to make it to PCT days this year. I wanted to originally, but I'll be probably in the middle of the Sierras by then, and just going to be too difficult to find a ride, I think. It's a really long ways up. If it worked out where we found a ride, then I think Smiles and I would both come up for it. But most likely that won't be happening. Here, I'm going to walk out to the end of the island and show you guys the Bridge of the Gods. Hopefully I'm not missing any questions. They don't stay up very long. If I don't answer something, just go ahead and type it again, and I'll try to catch it. I saw some questions asking if it's the Te Aurora in New Zealand. That is definitely on my list, but that is not the special news. Turn around and give you a view here. So that's Bridge of the Gods right behind me. What is your motivation to hike the PCT for a third time? That's a good question. I just enjoy hiking, and doesn't really matter what trail I'm on, to be honest. It's just I like being on the trail, and this has always been my favorite place. And each thru hike has been so different. Like the first year I hiked was record dry. Last year was pretty average as far as snow, and then this year's just been way above average. So even though it's the same trail, it really has felt like 3 completely different hikes. I probably missed some questions while answering that one. So you'll have to retype them. I wish they would stay up. Maybe I can find them. No, I can't find them. Yes, I did get a haircut. It's all completely gone pretty much, and it looks horrible right now. hopefully you can still hear me because it's really windy now. Are you going to hike the portion of the Sierras that you already completed before flipping again? So we had talked about rehiking over Forester Pass and finishing on Mount Whitney. I don't think we're going to do that now. It'd be an extra like 4 or 5 days of hiking, and I don't think we're going to be up for that. So the plan is just to start in Ashland, which we should be tomorrow, and then hike south there to Kearsarge Pass, which is 927 miles. How did I meet Smiles? We met last year near Tehachapi at a water source. I don't even remember if we talked really. It was like a 5-minute, I was there like 5 minutes and we said hello, and then I got pretty far ahead. And then she texted me during the winter and asked if I wanted to do the PCT. And of course I said yes, because I'll probably say yes anytime someone asks me that. And I saw another question, are you still hiking with Smiles? Yes, we will hike the rest of the trail together. Nobody has really done the same like flip-flopping that we've done. So we've been pretty much alone majority of the hike, to be honest, since the Sierras anyway. And it would be pretty tough to not have anybody to hike with. Even just the two of us, it's gotten kind of lonely, to be honest. And we both feel that way. See, how many people have completed 3+ PCT through hikes? I should know that, but because of the way they keep track of who completes hikes, it's not the most accurate numbers, so I'm not 100% sure. I think I only know of 2 or 3 people that have actually done it at least 3 times. I'm sure there's more though. According to PCT records, less than 100 have actually done the trail more than 2 times. So it's a pretty low number. My mom just asked if I picked up my package today. Yes, I have. I have not opened it yet, even though I've been carrying it around for hours. "65 people watching. That is crazy. I thought there'd be like 5 people watching. All right, I'm gonna go sit on the picnic table. Keep those questions coming. I've probably missed some, and I apologize. Special news is gonna come in like 5 minutes, because maybe some of you are just waiting on the news, and I don't want to keep you waiting too long. How old are you? I am 24. I'll be 25 in November. Anytime you stream, I'll be watching. I'll maybe try to stream more often. I was kind of scared to go live, to be honest. This is my first time going live. Getting married? No, nobody's getting married, not yet. When do you think we'll be done with the PCT this year? I'm hoping for the last week of August. When not hiking the trail, I usually just work wherever I can find a job. It's been Amazon a lot previously. I did some landscaping this past winter, and not really sure what I'm doing this winter yet. I'm gonna probably wait until I'm home to figure all that out. I saw a question asking if I was from Knoxville. No, I'm from Chattanooga, Tennessee. Move to Colorado. I really want to. What's your least favorite part of doing a through hike? Oh, well, there's a lot of bad parts, to be honest. Obviously, the pain is no fun, but it is rewarding in the same way, which is probably doesn't make sense to some people. Um, the bugs are probably one of my least favorite parts. The weather's not too bad. I complain about it, I know, at times. But usually the days where the weather is the most miserable are the days that I remember the most. So if I hiked into the Cumberland Trail, I have not, even though it's right in my backyard basically, but I hope to in the future. I saw a question, would I ever hike the AT again? Answer is yes. This is not the special news, but I am looking at doing an AT yo-yo sometime in the near future, where you hike from Georgia to Maine, turn around and hike back to Georgia. Have you thought of doing the CDT? Yes, I've done about 1,200 miles of it so far, actually. And it was an attempted through hike, and I ended up just getting off trail because I wasn't really enjoying myself. And then I went back to finish and ended up hurting my knee. So, and I haven't been back since. Maybe beyond that next year. I haven't really decided yet. What tent are you using, and is it working well? Right now, I don't have a tent. I've been cowboy camping most nights if the weather is good. Even if it's not good, I've been woken up at like 4 in the morning getting rained on, which isn't pleasant. Smiles has a giant tarp. It's a Z-Pax tarp. So when the weather is bad, we set that up and we both can sleep under that. Where am I at this moment? I'm on Thunder Island. I think I can flip the camera around. Yeah, so I'm on Thunder Island, and Cascade Locks is over here, and then Bridge of the Gods is over here, and we walked across that this morning. So many questions coming in, I cannot keep up. For those that have joined late, Smiles will be going live as well in about 45 minutes. So you should move on over to her channel once this is done. Do you and Smiles ever eat fruits and veggies? The answer is no, I'm gonna be honest with you. We pretty much eat a bunch of junk food. And we get a lot of hate for it, but really we're just trying to fill up on calories. So I'll catch up on the fruit and veggies when I'm home. When did you first backpack? Before I can even remember. My first trips, I was riding on my dad's shoulders for probably majority of the trip. One of the first trips I remember was a trip to the Smokies in the middle of winter. And I must have been like 4 or 5, and it was like a foot of snow, and we built an igloo. And I was probably miserable at the time, but a lot of my trips growing up have prepared me, I think, mentally for through hiking. What do you think makes you and Smiles good hiking partners? I think hiking speed is probably one of the big ones. It's not very often I find people to hike with that are the same speed as me or want to do the same miles. Like we did 43 miles coming into here and like 34 the day before that. Most people are not up to doing that. Let's see. Health and injuries. I've been pretty healthy the whole hike, actually. Knock on wood. And no major injuries really either. Maybe a couple blisters and just the normal soreness. Would you ever attempt an FKT? Probably not. I don't know if I can mentally handle that. That's like a whole nother level that I've never even gone to yet. Are you and Smiles a couple? No, we are not. Just good friends. Okay. So an FKT is a fastest known time. So people will try to hike any trail faster than anyone's ever done. There's a guy I follow, Legend. He's on the long trail right now, which is like 242 miles. He's trying to do it in less than 6 days. My dad's asking if I'll do the PCT with him in 4 years. Of course. I've actually had friends ask me to do it in 2021 as well, so there could be 2 more PCT through hikes coming very soon. Did not get new shoes yet. Trying to push these maybe a couple hundred more miles before getting another pair. When I'm not hiking, this may surprise a lot of you, but I'm actually pretty lazy. I sit at home. I will go hike occasionally, but nothing major like I'm doing now. It's usually just day hiking and stuff like that, and then just hanging out with friends. So I started the PCT, yes, March 19th. Smile's dad just answered that. Okay, I'm gonna get to the special news because we've been going 16 minutes already. This was just decided yesterday, and I hope I can pull it off because I'm kind of low on money. I probably need to be more careful, but I've already bought a plane ticket yesterday, and I will be flying to Denver on August 28th, and probably around September 1, I will be getting on the Colorado Trail and finding a way to hike the whole thing and hopefully finish by mid-September. Colorado Trail's always been on my list, and I think I can pull it off this year. I'm feeling healthy so far. As long as nothing happens in the last 900 miles, I think I'll feel good enough to do it. And yeah, kind of a spontaneous decision, just buying a ticket. But I found a cheap ticket, so I just went ahead and did it. So now I'm on a deadline to finish. And I have to average 24 a day starting tomorrow to finish by the 27th. So that's the special news. I'll stick around if people want to keep asking questions. That's cool. The Colorado Trail is 485 miles, and it spends a lot of time above like 10,000 feet, so it's a very high elevation trail. But I'm excited about doing it in September. The weather should be good for the most part. My luck, I'll probably get snowed on, but the aspens will be out, and yeah, it's gonna be really nice. No bugs. I hate bugs. My goodness, they've been horrible the last few weeks. Yes, I will be continuing daily videos, and I'm dropping my phone. I will continue the daily videos on the Colorado Trail. Smiles doesn't know yet. She may have some details on it in her live video, so you'll have to watch hers to find out more information. I think I saw a question, how do I finance my hikes? I work very hard in the winter. I know at Amazon, it's like 60-hour weeks for like a month and a half straight. And it's hard. I'm actually in more pain after working a night at Amazon than I am out here. Favorite pizza, probably Italian sausage with black olives. And I've had that a lot on this trip. I've probably had 20 pizzas on this trip. I don't know. It's a lot. How much does a through hike cost? It depends how comfortable you want to be. This year I was trying to go really cheap, like around $3,000. And that's why I'm low on money right now, because being a high snow year, I've had to purchase more gear than I was expecting. And yeah, it's been tough. But a lot of people spend close to $10,000 if you want a hotel in every room and, you know, like several good meals in town. And we've been getting that, but it's time to go frugal, and we're probably going to suffer the last 900 miles and probably not zero at all. So let's see. I wish I could see these questions longer. because I'm forgetting them. I'm trying to keep them in my head and then answer other ones. Will you ever hike the Grand Enchantment Trail? Probably. If there's a trail out there, it's probably going to be hiked by me at some point if I keep hiking every year. I don't really make long-term plans. I just kind of decide during the winter. Yes, Smiles and I both have Patreon and PayPal. I saw that question. The links to those are in my bio. And if people are donating, I haven't been on my Patreon in a while, I believe it's $5 or more a month, you will receive a Crunchmaster 2020 calendar this winter. I enjoy your videos, thank you, that's good to hear. Pacific Northwest Trail, yes, definitely. I've heard it's pretty rough, but you know, it's a good trail because it's like not over 2,000 miles like the big three, but it's still over 1,000. So I think it's like a good distance to do. So you're continuing to finish the 900s. Yes, from Ashland, Oregon to Kearsarge Pass, it's 927 miles. And hoping to finish August 27. How did you get your trail name? So before the AT, my good friend Hunter and his dad, who worked for Crunchmaster, came to me and his dad wanted me to get their brand name out more. It's a smaller company and they make gluten-free crackers. So all along the AT, they would send me boxes of food and I would usually hand them out to other hikers, and just, yeah, people started calling me that. Most people call me Crunch just because it's shorter, and I've actually thought about just changing it to Crunch, but I've got a lot of people following me now, and it's better just to keep it one thing. Oregon Desert Trail, I don't know much about that one. I've heard good things about it. I'm not a big desert fan, and I know it's probably not like it might not be real desert. I just don't know enough about it, but it's probably something I would eventually do. What happened to eating all the crunchy snacks? I could use that story as well. I'm always eating chips on the trail, constantly. I usually hike them out, strapped to the top of my pack. How about the GDT? Definitely the GDT is on my list, but I don't know if I'd want to do that one alone. Just being in that remote and in major grizzly bear country, I'd probably want to have a friend along, but yeah, it'll happen eventually. I saw favorite meal. Pizza's definitely my favorite town meal, and on trail, probably cheese and chips. I eat about a pound of cheese between every town, which is incredibly unhealthy, probably. Spurge just asked, New Zealand sometime? Yes, definitely. Probably sooner than later. I'd really like to do the TA, maybe in the next 3 or 4 years. For those that missed, my special announcement was that I'm going to be through hiking the Colorado Trail starting around September 1, probably. So right after I finish the PCT. If I missed some of your questions, feel free to message me on Facebook, Instagram. I'll do my best to answer. I try to answer them in YouTube comments, but sometimes those will get lost, and I won't always see them. Let me give you one more view here. Denver to Durango or the other way around? We were trying to discuss that. Me and Grizzly, actually. Grizzly, I hiked with him on the CDT some, And I think we'd probably start in Denver. I just don't know how I'd get back from Durango. Probably a Greyhound. Oh, I found out how I can see old questions. Nice. How are you getting to Ashland? There's a trail angel picking us up tomorrow. We are very, very thankful for that. We were close to buying bus tickets. They were kind of expensive. Yes, I heard about the fire on the trail north of Crater Lake. I have several friends right in that area, actually. So I was texting them earlier, and I'm hoping they can get through all good. But I'm thankful we have Oregon and Washington done, because I feel like fires are going to be bad this summer. I am not hiking right now. I am just chilling while doing the live video. Smiles is somewhere guarding all of my gear, hopefully. It's very windy now. Tom Saltberg just said, have to say you're a superb athlete. Thank you for that wonderful comment. I don't really consider myself an athlete necessarily, but I guess it's true. It's an endurance sport. Smiles walked away and got more ice cream. Okay, that's okay. Who needs gear? I'll just slack pack the rest of the way. Have you seen mountain lions? I have not. I would love to see one, as long as it doesn't try to kill me. I have seen tracks before. Love to see you guys in photo shoot with Twerk. I would love that. He was actually in Cascade Locks when I was down in Southern California, but no photo shoots happened. But who knows, he may meet up with us somewhere. Scariest moment on the PCT. This year, I would have to say it was probably the search and rescue on Baden-Powell. You'll have, if you want the full story, you need to find the video from that section. I believe it was around day 27, maybe 26. Long story short, a friend and I heard somebody yelling up on the mountain for help in the middle of the night. We were able to find him. His leg was broken, and he ended up getting airlifted out right there next to us. And I slept maybe 3 hours a night for the next week, and I think it was just from all the adrenaline built up. I have seen Second Chance early on in the hike around Big Bear. I have not seen him since. How is your Achilles? It's doing good. It seems to have gone away since I got different shoes. So that must have been the problem. Prior to the PCT, have you done packing in the Sierras? Prior to this year, this is my third time that I'll be hiking through the Sierras, but it's always been on PCT through hikes. I've never really explored other areas in the Sierras. Everybody's laughing at Smiles. You are awesome. Thank you. I was hoping we could get up to 100 people watching. I think it hit 94, and then that's the highest it's been. I'm going on way too long, 30 minutes already. I hope to cross paths within the next few weeks on the JMT. Yeah, that'd be cool. That's another thing that's been happening a lot recently is people recognizing me almost every day. I just, I'll be walking along and somebody's like, oh my goodness, Crunchmaster. And I've even had people kind of freak out and say like, wow, that made my day, which is kind of funny. Favorite hiker you follow besides Smiles? Oof. I don't know. I would say probably Legend, who I talked about earlier. He's an animal. He's done the calendar Triple Crown, the Great Western Loop, and this year he's just trying to break speed records. So never would I be able to do any of that, but it's really fun to follow him and hear about all of his experiences. I believe his Instagram handle is The Free Outside if you want to follow him. Her advice for new hiker: probably just have fun. Don't start out too fast. You can really hurt yourself that way. I've seen too many people get hurt by taking off trying to do 25, 30 miles a day. And yeah, just take your time. There's going to be bad times. Never quit on a bad day. If you have a bad day, just, wait till the next day. It's going to be better. Okay, I think I'm going to wrap things up now. Trail magic, honestly, good thing, bad thing. I think trail magic's a good thing, but I don't like it to be too much where you start expecting it. I like it when it's more rare, because then when you do come across it, it's just that much more rewarding. I love the pictures you take. Have you thought about becoming a photographer or photojournalist? I kind of consider myself a photographer already. I'm just not a professional. That would be a profession I would enjoy, though. We'll see. I don't know how long this hiking thing's gonna last. I might keep doing it until my legs fall off. Will you be getting rid of any gear for the Sierra? I don't really have much gear left to get rid of. I'm going pretty ultralight right now. Might even have to add a couple things to stay more warm. But yeah, I'll put that in the video before we get to the Sierras. Somebody said, already? Okay, hope you have these more often. Yeah, this seemed to have gone really well. Whenever I have time in town, I can try to do this more often. Sorry I keep doing this. My earpiece keeps falling out. What time is it? Okay, in 27 minutes, Smiles will be going live on her channel to show you gear she's carrying and how she packs her backpack, which is incredibly tiny. So you should definitely check that out. I won't go too long, so you can have a little break if you're going to watch her video as well. Put the Sierra High route on your list. Yes, for sure. Probably won't ever do that on a through hike. I would just do that as one trip. All right. It was good talking to all of you. If you have any other questions, like I said, just message me on Facebook or Instagram. Those are the two best ways. And I'll do my best to answer you. And more videos will come out probably here in the next 20 minutes. I'll try to get another video up. So, all right, 900 miles left. Have a good day, everybody.